Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the beautiful and miraculous story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, one of the most powerful examples of patience, purity, forgiveness, and trust in Allah. His life was so special that Allah revealed an entire Surah Yusuf, dedicated to him, calling it Ahsanul Qasas, the best of stories. Today, let us journey through his life from childhood to his final moments, learning lessons that touch every heart. Yusuf alayhi salam was a young, innocent boy, beautiful in appearance and even more beautiful in character. One night, he saw a powerful dream. He went to his father, Prophet Yaqub alayhi salam. "O my father, I saw 11 stars, the sun and the moon, all prostrating to me." Yaqub alayhi salam understood immediately. This was a sign that Allah had chosen Yusuf alayhi salam for prophethood. He told Yusuf alayhi salam not to share the dream with his brothers because they may become jealous. But the brothers had already begun to feel envy. Yusuf alayhi salam was kind, gentle, and beloved by his father, and this made their hearts burn with jealousy. The brothers planned to remove Yusuf alayhi salam. Some wanted to kill him, but others said, "No, throw him into a well. A traveler pick him up." They asked their father to send Yusuf alayhi salam with them to play. Yaqub alayhi salam refused at first. He feared harm, but after insisting, he allowed him to go, trusting Allah. Once far away, they showed their true intention. The brothers took Yusuf alayhi salam and threw him into a deep, dark well. His small hands clung to the stones. His voice trembled, but Yusuf alayhi salam made dua to Allah, and Allah strengthened his heart. Imagine the darkness. Imagine a child alone with no light, no family. But Allah never leaves his chosen servants. A caravan passed by. A man lowered a bucket into the well. Little Yusuf alayhi salam grabbed on. The man pulled up the bucket and cried, "Good news! We found a boy." They decided to take him to Egypt and sell him as a slave. In Egypt, Yusuf alayhi salam was sold in the market. The minister of Egypt, known as Al-Aziz, bought him and told his wife, "Take good care of him. He may benefit us." Years passed. Yusuf alayhi salam grew into a young man of purity, wisdom, and noble manners. Even in difficulty, he never forgot Allah. The minister's wife, Zuleika, was amazed by Yusuf's beauty and character. One day, she locked the doors and tried to tempt him. Yusuf alayhi salam replied, "I seek refuge in Allah. Your husband has treated me with honor." He ran towards the door to escape. She chased him, pulling his shirt, and it tore from the back. At that moment, her husband entered. Embarrassed, Zuleika accused Yusuf alayhi salam. But a witness from her family said, "If his shirt is torn from the back, she is lying." And indeed, it was torn from the back. Yusuf alayhi salam was innocent, but the women of city began gossiping. To prove herself, Zuleika invited them and gave them knives and fruit. When Yusuf alayhi salam entered, they were stunned. so amazed by his beauty that they cut their own hands unknowingly. Despite his purity, the pressure increased. Finally, to save him from the sandal, Yusuf alayhi salam was imprisoned. Even though he was innocent, in prison, Yusuf alayhi salam continued to show patience. He invited people to worship Allah. Two inmates asked him to interpret their dreams. Yusuf alayhi salam interpreted both dreams exactly as they happened. One man was freed and became a servant to the king. Yusuf alayhi salam told him, "Mention me to the king." But the man forgot. Yet Yusuf alayhi salam never complained. Years passed. One night, the king saw a strange dream. 7 fat cows eaten by 7 thin cows, and 7 green ears of corn followed by 7 dry ones. None of the royal scholars could interpret it. The freed man remembered Yusuf alayhi salam and told the king about him. The king sent to Yusuf alayhi salam. Yusuf alayhi salam explained, "You will have 7 years of good harvest, followed by 7 years of famine. Save food during the good years." The king was astonished. He wanted to free Yusuf alayhi salam immediately, but Yusuf alayhi salam said, "Investigate the case of the women who cut their hands." He wanted to clear his name. After the investigation, the women confessed. Zuleha admitted her mistake. Yusuf alayhi salam was declared innocent and honored. The king made Yusuf alayhi salam the minister of finance, second in command of Egypt. With wisdom given by Allah, he managed the country perfectly, saving food during the years of harvest. When the famine came, nations from around came seeking help. Among those who came were Yusuf alayhi salam's own brothers. They did not recognize him, but Yusuf alayhi salam recognized them immediately. He treated them kindly but tested their hearts. He asked them to return with their youngest brother Binyamin. They returned with him. Yusuf alayhi salam arranged events so Binyamin could stay with him. The brothers panicked, worrying about their father. Yusuf alayhi salam could see they had changed over time. Later, when they came again and pleaded sincerely, Yusuf alayhi salam could no longer hide his identity. He said, "I am Yusuf, and this is my brother. Allah has been kind to us." The brothers stood in shock, filled with guilt, but Yusuf alayhi salam said, "There is no blame upon you today. May Allah forgive you." This is one of the greatest examples of forgiveness in history. The brothers returned to Yaqub alayhi salam with Yusuf alayhi salam's shirt. Yaqub alayhi salam placed it over his eyes, and with Allah's permission, his eyesight returned. The family traveled to Egypt. When they entered, Yusuf alayhi salam raised his parents on the throne. His dream from childhood came true. The sun, the moon, and the 11 stars. His parents and brothers bowed to him in respect. The story of Yusuf alayhi salam teaches us patience brings reward. Purity protects the heart. Forgiveness creates peace. Allah never abandons His servants. Every hardship leads to a beautiful ending. Yusuf alayhi salam lost his family, his freedom, and his childhood. But Allah returned everything better than before. Truly, this is Ahsanul Qasas, the best of stories. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.